Saitama is getting ready to unleash one of the most well anticipated utilities for the SaitaPro app, and it's none other than SolidBlock. Yes, SolidBlock. That's going to be coming to y'all, and we got a date coming soon on when that's going to be released. And you know what? We are very bullish on what's going to happen when that comes out. You may want to stick around if you're an investor of Saitama to learn more about what we got to say about this. We're going to get into that and more coming up next. How's it going, family? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're in a new week, we're in a new vibe, and we're ready to get this thing on and popping, guys. Let me tell you something. Saitama has came out with some news, some breaking news, late breaking news, guys, but it's very exciting. And if you are an investor of anything in the Saitama ecosystem, where it be Saita Realty, Saitama itself, which is the native token, you ought to be proud and you ought to be bullish on this news that just came out. Now, you may be asking, Crypto Stream, what is this news you got to tell us? What is this all about? What is the rave all about? Well, you know what? I'm going to say it like I always said. I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm going to just tell you to feast your eyes over here on Twitter. Take a look at this. We roll over here to Twitter, guys. Look at this announcement that came out from the official SolidBlock Twitter, right? It says this, important announcement. Good news, fam. We already have a launching date for SolidBlock. Set it up on your calendars. April 1st, 2023. SolidBlock Technologies. Solid will be their call symbol or their trading symbol, right, in the crypto space on SaitaPro. So you need to hurry up and lick your fingers and go over there to either the App Store or the Google Play Store. You need to get yourself this SaitaPro app, because you know what? This SolidBlock crypto project is going to be launched exclusively on SaitaPro. Now, let's dig into this, guys, because, you know, we've been talking lately when we made videos about Saitama about all of these different bombs or utilities. We call them bombs in the crypto space, but utilities that the developers of Saitama have been unleashing on us. You know, way back when Saitama came out, we were struggling just to get the Saitama app to work. You know, we flash forward a year and some change in the future, which we are now, and we see we're not struggling anymore to get the app to work. We are just anticipating more utilities to drop. And you know what? SolidBlock is going to be the first ever exclusively launched crypto project on the SaitaPro app. So you should be proud of yourselves. Give yourself a pat on the back if you weathered the storms. You sat here with Saitama through the ups and downs, because you know what? Wolfpack family, it's almost time to feast now, because you know what? When this application is launched, or I say application, I should say crypto project is launched on SaitaPro, this is going to be yet another reason why people are going to want to get their hands on the Saitama's SaitaPro app. Because if they do that, they'll be able to take advantage of SolidBlock when it comes out. Now, you may be asking, what is SolidBlock all about? Let's take a look at their website. Let's roll over here to their website, guys. Now, SolidBlock's website is solidblock.io. And as you can see, it is put together extremely nice. I like it. It speaks very futuristic. It speaks what you would anticipate a cloud computing company to speak to. And so if we just take a quick browse down here, because this is really, really bullish for Saitama, not only because it is the first ever exclusively launched crypto project on the SaitaPro app, it's because it's allowing Saitama to actually now be seen as a launch pad. That in itself is a utility that no one is talking about. Sure, we're talking about the use of epayme and your credit cards. You can buy crypto projects on SaitaPro. That's fine and dandy. Yeah, we talk about SaitaPro being an app on your phone that allows you to also take courses and things like that to get certified in those areas in crypto technology that you need to know about to be a good steward of crypto knowledge in this space. But you know, we need to also focus on the fact that Saitama is turning into yet another utility. SaitaPro, if you will, is turning into another utility, and that's serving as a launch pad for crypto projects. Now, let's think about this. Let's take a step back, guys, because we like to connect the dots for you. We don't like to just tell you the news and run with it and be done with it. No, that's not what we do on this channel. We like to connect the dots, break it down for you so you can understand clearly on the project that you are investing your hard-earned money into. And I got to put this disclaimer out there. We are not paid by anybody to talk about Saitama. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts because we really believe in the project. And we believe in the project and know that one day it is setting itself to be one day a blue chip cryptocurrency. Will it be a top 20? Will it be a top 30? Will it be a top 10? Will it be a top 5? The world won't know until it happens, guys. But I'm going to tell you this, in crypto, anything is possible. Now, I am bullish on it being a launch pad because this is allowing Saitama to actually have another form of revenue to generate for the project. You may be asking, why is that the case? Well, it's simple. Just think about it in these terms. You partner with Saitama, you launch your project on Saitama. Saitama gets a portion of the revenue that's generated from that project being launched on Saitama. Not only that, all of the projects that are being launched on Saitama exclusively have partnered with Saitama to participate in hyperburning. What is hyperburning? Guys, we talk about these terms all the time on this channel. That's why if you are not a subscriber to our channel, you need to subscribe. What are you doing? What are you waiting on, guys? It's time for you to get educated in these crypto streets on how you can become a better investor, not only in Saitama, not only in the future SolidBlock launching, not only inside of realty, but in cryptocurrency as a whole. Now, with that out the way, here we go. When you launch a project on Saitama or SaitaPro, right? SaitaPro, I keep, they're the same ecosystem, but SaitaPro, we got to be scientifically correct, guys. SaitaPro, because that's the actual application, right? That runs everything. When you launch an application on SaitaPro and you say you're going to participate in hyperburning like SolidBlock will be, among other projects that are going to be coming down the pike, that's going to help the investors of Saitama. And the reason why is because when you have hyperburn, that essentially means that you're going to be accelerating the number of tokens that you are permanently removing, sending to a dead wallet, which means burning, sending to a dead wallet out of circulation permanently, which will eventually, notice I said eventually because it's not an overnight thing, but eventually will help to increase the price, the floor price of Saitama, which means that every token that you have will be worth more and more over time because it's going to be more scarce. And if you know anything about economics, the more scarce something is, the more valuable it is. The more plentiful something is, the less valuable it is. That is the reason why cryptocurrency is so influential and is the future for our economic money system. Right? Because right now we're going through a time where we're having hyperinflation. Now, inflation is toning down a bit, but that's what happened. We printed a lot of money, not trying to get political, but I'm just stating facts. Printed a lot of money. Therefore, the dollar became more plentiful, which means that it's less valuable. Less valuable means inflation. That's what it means. Now, with that out the way, let's roll over here back to SolidBlock's website because I want to show you some things that you should be bullish on when it comes to this SolidBlock project. Now, and we deep dive into their website, we can see, yeah, they're talking about they're going to have AI for security. They're going to serve as a cloud platform for computing and also for non-fungible tokens. That's what NFT stands for, right? And then it's also going to be an environment for developers. So they're saying here, their cloud computing platform will have the best technology and complete fusion with GitHub for better development. For all of you newbies out there, GitHub is a space where it's open source for people to get code and develop things on that platform. So that's the whole purpose of GitHub. And it says we will offer a development platform that includes build, deploy, and serverless for Web3, Metaverse, and code development. In other words, you don't need that hardware, guys. You'll be out here spinning and twirling around here in the cloud computing environment in the cloud. No hardware needed on premise. Now, if we continue to scroll down here, we can see that it talks about metaverse storage. And the goal is to create cloud computing platform for the blockchain, which is just basically a ledger that's distributed across the Web3, the technology there, metaverse usage and applications, fintech, health, retail, telecom, power, government sectors, etc. Now, the tokenomics are pretty straightforward here. For SolidBlock, you can see 1% reflections on buys and sales every transaction. 1% of every transaction is sent to the burn wallet, decreasing the circulated supply for this project, for this token. That means that it is deflationary by nature. 4% of every transaction is going to be going to the treasury, in other words, a marketing wallet. And 2% is going to the development team to reward them for their hard work. Now, what I want to do next is lick my fingers and go over here to look at their white paper, because this is where we get a real treat to understand why this is so beneficial to Saitama. Because remember, anything that launches exclusively on SaitaPro is holding the hand of Saitama. Holding the hand meaning that they are in a partnership, guys. So yes, this may be another separate project. SolidBlock may not be Saitama, but it's all within the Saitama ecosystem. And so it's time for you out there. If you're going to be a serious investor, it's time for you to be out there connecting the dots and understand that everything plays into part with Saitama. The developers have orchestrated or have set up Saitama and SaitaPro to help the overall Saitama project, because it is the grandfather of the whole ecosystem. And so anything that's beneficial to Saitama is beneficial to your wallet out there if you want to create generational wealth for you and your family, if you are an investor of the Saitama project. Now, let's go look at this white paper. And I encourage you to always read the white paper of any crypto project that you are invested in, because this is basically their sales pitch. This is basically the crypto project's sales pitch to tell you why they are beneficial to your wallet to hold that project in your portfolio. It's also beneficial to read through the white paper because it helps you to understand their go-to-market strategy. It helps you to understand why they are going to be something to reckon with in the crypto space. All right, now let's get into this. If we go down here to page number 3, because this is what I want you to focus on, page number 3 here talks about the metaverse and data needs. Now, it says the metaverse will require a massive platform and could ultimately be a significant driver of co-location leasing. New capacity requirements will arise as the latest example of the tech industry's innovation creates another global ecosystem of applications and uses. The potential is huge. Estimates coming of trillions of dollars of revenue, talks about that. And then it's saying that you're going to be having your content distributed across the network and connectivity options that allow you to make sure your data is always available in a nutshell. Now, this is the unique characteristics of their platform in the cloud computing space. They're going to develop a custom control panel which will allow people to maintain crypto assets and metaverse. This means that through their servers, most blockchain codes will be 100% compatible, being an elastic and adaptive environment for any type of project. In other words, it's going to be platform neutral, guys. That's what it means when it says this. Now, it goes on to say storage services will have competitive prices to guarantee and obtain the attention of blockchain metaverse developers. Now, you may be asking, why again is this bullish? Well, it's like this. If you've been around tech for a while, like I have, then you will know that back in the day, we had these server racks, right? They were in a rack in the data center. And essentially what that meant is it took up a lot of space. It took up a lot of computing power. And it was very expensive because it was actual hardware. Whenever you have something that's actual tangible hardware, things break, technology breaks down, etc. But when you move over to virtual servers or things like cloud computing, that's taken a lot of the hassle, and it's taken a lot of the expenses of having an actual data center on premise or somewhere else to maintain. You're able to outsource those services to a third party, such as SolidBlock, aka a partner of Saitama. You see where I'm going at with this? This is going to continue to generate revenue for Saitama. Now, I want to change gears and look at Saitama's pricing, because we need to see where we stand now, because we're gearing up for this major launch. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it before in the video, but the date is scheduled to be April 1st, 2023. So that's right around the corner here, guys, not far from now. So we can anticipate SolidBlock pending no kind of disruptions or pending any kind of unforeseen delays or anything like that, coming out to SaitaPro and launching near you on your SaitaPro app on April 1st, 2023. So write that down on your calendar, April 1st, 2023. Now, let's roll over here and look at some pricing action for Saitama, because I know this is what you guys been waiting for. You know how we do it on the crypto stream. So we look at this, we can see that the liquidity is sitting nice and pretty, guys, sitting at $5 million. That's that slush fund that you care about to make sure you be able to have some money in there to take some profit when you need to take that profit. We're looking at a market cap of around 107. I'm gonna call this $107 million in total market cap. And then we can look at this, guys, and we zoom out. We can see the last 24 hours, we're down. Yeah, we're down, but not out. We're down about 4.28%. Over the last 7 days, we're down 13%. But guys, if we zoom out, we had a massive run up. Guys, we can see that we actually were sitting at 3 zeros, 9 level, and we chewed through that zero like bubble gum. And we see we raised up all the way up here to 2 satoshis, 2 zeros, 315 level. We've since retraced, but look, we've been holding steady between that pocket of about 2023 level all the way upward here to about that 2027 level. And you see, we're bouncing around there now, 202392 level as of the time of this recording. Now, let's talk about the overall crypto market, guys, because this is important. We have achieved that coveted global crypto market cap of over $1 trillion. That is that psychological level where you want to be, where we want to see that crypto market be, to know that, you know what, something's cooking in the kitchen. Guys, we are getting hot and heavy in these crypto streets, and we're ready to mingle in those crypto streets. And that's what we see when we look at that global crypto market cap of around $1 trillion. Now, we see we're down 0.7% on the day, and that's all right. That's all right. There is a lot of anticipation on this FOMC meeting coming up pretty shortly, and we are anticipating a 25 basis points increase in the federal fund rate. Now, what does that mean? That means basically 0.25 of 1% of an increase. So that typically means that we're going to see all the interest rates go up, right? It's going to follow suit. But this is needed to curb inflation. Too much inflation is not a good thing, and that's where we are now in those markets. And so that's the reason why crypto is becoming more popular, is because it's a hedge against inflation. It is deflationary by its very nature. All right. Now, if we look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see Bitcoin just flip positive over the last hour, sitting at 0.05% up on the last hour. Ethereum 0.09, pumping a little harder than Bitcoin. Ethereum is almost kissing that 23,000 price range. Bitcoin is almost kissing that 23,000 price range, and Ethereum is kissing that 1,600 price range there. And if we just scroll through the overall market, we see a little red there, a little more red than green, but it's all right, guys, because we are sitting over that $1 trillion coveted global crypto market cap. Now, what does this all mean? I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index, guys. This is a measurement of the tempo out there in the crypto streets. You know, this is like a pulse of where we stand. How are we feeling out there? Are we feeling bullish? Are we feeling bearish? Do we want to invest in cryptocurrency? Well, we're sitting pretty much at neutral. That means it can go either way, guys. We can go either way. So the bull's not winning, the bear's not winning. We're at a stalemate. That's essentially what it means. Now, this is different than yesterday when we were rated at a greed mode 61. So we way over here, guys, yesterday. But we've since pulled back to 51 in the neutral territory, guys. Now, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Crypto Stream. Like I said to you before, SolidBlock will be launching exclusively on SaitaPro. We got a date. It's April the 1st, 2023, guys. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Go ahead, leave some comments below and let me know. Are you bullish about this new development when it comes to the SaitaPro app launching its first exclusive crypto project on the SaitaPro app? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Crypto Stream. If you haven't done so already, like the video and go ahead and subscribe, guys. We'd love to welcome you with open arms to the Crypto Stream family. And we'll be back to you guys when breaking news comes out, which I got a feeling is going to be real soon.